recovered a fumble at the 45. Play action fake, guns one. It is caught. Touchdown, Spartans. The middle, he's got her hit a scheme. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bixby. Rolls to his right to pressure as he throws. It's picked off. Interception. It's over. Bixby is the state champion in 6A Division II in Oklahoma.
Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Spartan Coaches Show, sponsored by Midwest Sports. And what a week. The Spartans paced the Putnam City Pirates at home and get set to head out on the road. Coach, stellar performance all the way around. Really, by halftime, you put up a half-hundred.
Yeah, we opened up with a kickoff return to the house. Brennan Presley took it to the house, and that's always a tone setter. I've been on both sides of those, but we were very excited to see that happen, and then defense came back, and we've got a tenacious defense this year, and they continue to grow and get better. Our defensive line's coming along, so they got after them pretty well right from the get-go, and so it was a good night all around. Got a lot of guys in the game, played well, improved on some things, so we were very happy with the performance.
Yeah, I've heard the thought from coaches before, when you're playing an opponent that may be outmatched, you want to get on them early and not let them back up. Was that kind of the theory?
Certainly, I felt like that's what we did. Felt like we came out and played well, and we got better at Bixby Spartans, which was the #1 goal. All
right, speaking of getting better as you get prepped for a game like that, let's talk about our practice players of the week.
Yeah, I got two guys that have done a really good job. Corbin Steele, who's a corner for us and a backup quarterback that's really given us a good look. Corbin was out on the field quite a bit Friday night. And then Josh Adams, new to our program this year, moved in from California. Relatively inexperienced defensive lineman, but also gave us a great look this week.
All right, Chick-fil-A sponsors our practice players of the week. We'll come back and have your first half highlights.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods, puts the Midwest best on you. Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life one home at a time. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love for the game. Now in Orthodontics, live life smiling. Hot Coffee Design, find us at hotcoffeedesign.com. Advanced Plastics, building partnerships through willingness, versatility, and knowledge. Car Country by Nelson, where you'll be treated like a superstar. Billings Construction Group, our service is unequaled. Western Sun Federal Credit Union, TTCU, the credit union. Allstate Insurance, you're in good hands with Patrick Alford. Matthews Ford, Fleming Construction, Tulsa Bone and Joint, Roofscapes, and by Baker Pools.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
What's really been great about Mazda through the years is that they're not afraid to take risk. They will build a car that is more fun to drive. They'll build a car that has better styling. They're partially artists and they're partially race car drivers. We're excited to sell a new Mazda because it simply means that we know that that client got a really great vehicle.
We're back on the Midwest Sporting Goods Bixby Coaches Show as the Spartans take on the Putnam City Pirates. And before we get into that, last non-district game is the Pirates, not what they had been maybe over the last couple of years, but you're never sure what you're going to get from them, are you?
No, we knew that they're extremely athletic, and then they've got a big defensive lineman that is committed to the University of Arkansas, who's a good-looking specimen and a good player, had a good game against us last year, and so we knew it would be a good test for our offensive line up front, who's young and inexperienced, and so we were excited to get in it and improve over the last couple of weeks.
All right, so the Spartans taking on Putnam City, and we'll get into the first half highlights. They're at Lee Snyder Field.
And here we open up, and their kicker had been really good. The air was a little bit heavy the other night, and he kicks it to the 2-yard line, and Brennan Presley fields it. And we worked really hard on our kickoff return and feel like we got 3 really good guys back deep. And Brennan does what he does, makes a couple guys miss and showed off great speed. Brennan looks tremendously fast there. Then we come out here in our speed package and our defense where we get Noah West back healthy and Ethan Hall at the defensive ends. And you'll see those guys along with Bear Daniel, Brennan Presley firing off the edge. A lot of speed out on the field right here. Bear Daniel and then Ethan Hall cleans him up on the sack there. Just tenacious defense, and that's really exciting. And then we spit the bubble pass out here to Brennan Presley, getting a great block out on the edge by Clayton Barber and Jordan Reagan out on the edge, and Brennan does a good job picking up some positive yards. And then we run the stretch play right here. You'll see Ryan Kerr from his tight end position doing a really good job picking up the edge block right there. Braden Roller, excellent touchdown on the night. Then you see Ethan Hall right there on another sack. Ethan's just a phenomenal high school football player and loves to play. He's a fun guy to watch on Friday nights. Right there, we're getting a little bit of pressure, and then Brody Sarton with his excellent speed. Right there doing a good job cleaning everything up. Jordan Reagan off the edge, misses the first time, comes back second time with a nice tackle for loss, and then they try to throw the deep ball right here, and Brennan Presley, another big play right here with the interception. Brennan just all over the place. Good to see him really coming into his own as a football player. And then we throw the bubble screen out here to Clayton Barber, and then just the thing a lot of people don't notice right there is Jordan Reagan doing a phenomenal job with the blocking out on the edge. And then we run the stretch play right here to Braden Roller, and Braden doing a good job of punching that thing into the end zone, protecting the football well all night. Noah West, happy to be back, happy to have him back. We worked him a little bit on both sides of the ball at tackle and at outside linebacker, which is why you saw the 77. And then we come back to Mason Williams, a great ball right here over the middle to Cade Cavender. Cade picks up a nice block by Brennan Presley and gets in the end zone. I think that's Cade's 4th or 5th touchdown on the year. Cade really becoming a weapon on both sides of the ball. And then Brennan Presley on the big hit of the week right there from his corner position, showing off his explosive strength. And then a great open field tackle right there, Jordan Reagan, one of our corners. Our defensive backfield playing really good. Brody Sarton getting a little bit of pressure right there. And then there's junior Trevin Holt on the interception. Trevin rotating in at safety. Also our deep snapper, Trevin, just a really smart football player, doing a good job. Fun kid to be around too, good leader. And then run the stretch play right here to Vic Griffin. Vic doing a good job of cutting that back in against the grain with a positive play right there. And then we hit the slant pattern right here to Luke Krieger on his first varsity touchdown. So excited to see Luke. And then Putnam City puts the ball on the ground, and we're fortunate enough to recover that thing. And you're seeing great pass protection right here by our offensive line. And then we hit Cade Cavender on the switch post right there over the middle, working around the official right there. And so excellent pressure here. I think that was Kai Roller in on the sack right there. You'll see Jake Savage here on the pressure as well. Ethan Hall, always hard to block, and we like to bring Ethan from his outside linebacker position. Freshman Braden Presley right here on the swing pass. Braden extremely strong, extremely quick, at about 140 pounds. He's just doing a great job. We run the stretch play on the corner, and Braylon gets behind Lawrence Bright, and then Kobe Lakin doing a nice job out on the edge as well from their offensive line positions. And we drop back here and we hit Clayton Barber on the seam. Clayton gets it into the end zone. What an excellent job there on his end. Look at that push right there by Talon Javersack in the middle. Just absolutely bottles everything up. Talon, a weight room guy, 600-pound squatter, and that's really showing up there. Noah West from his outside linebacker position, big 77, making the tackle, and that takes us into halftime with a score of 50-0.
So the Spartans up big, and we have a second half that'll come up next.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
We're back here on the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, sponsored by Midwest Sports. And what a half. Spartans at home against the Putnam City Pirates, and 50-0 after the first half. And at halftime, well, you know there's some guys that are getting the heads up that they're going in second half. And then, of course, as the half goes along, you're going to have even more new faces. So what's the challenge as a head coach to keep everybody focused?
Well, it is a big challenge because we decided when we went into half that we wanted to put in nearly all reserves or all second-team guys. And so, number one, that's a really big deal for those guys. And so it's important that our backup guys understand that they're playing against a varsity team that's good. And just because it's easy for our number ones in that situation, it's not going to be easy. They're going to have to go out and play extremely well. So we tried to emphasize that to our guys as well as our starters that were coming out, not to check out and be, back by the fence, talking to their girlfriend and things like that, to be engaged in the game, coaching their position, whoever's going in for them at their position, encouraging that guy, and that's how we get better as a team. So we focused a lot on that, and then also, just the nightmare of replacing guys on special teams, and there's a lot of moving parts that we had to take care of at halftime. But it's a good problem to have when you're up 50-0 on someone and you're having to make those decisions.
Yeah, I would imagine to get those moving parts going, at least there's a smile on your face. And halftime 50-0. Let's take a look at the second half highlights.
Certainly, and there's a running clock, and so there's, I think, 2 offensive possessions, and you'll see Bear Daniel right there from his outside linebacker position. Hayden Haynes from his defensive end getting a little bit of pressure right there. And then there's young sophomore Cameron Wilson on a tackle right there. Good to see him out on the field. Getting a little pressure right there from Bear Daniel, last week's defensive player of the game against Mansfield. And then we come out here, we run the stretch play, and that's Braden Roller right there. Getting some good blocking by junior tight end Hudson Guyver. Hudson doing a fine job, really growing up, going to be a good tight end for us. Corbin still a quarterback there, throws a tailback screen to Braylon Presley, and Braylon getting in behind Lawrence Bright and some of the guys in on the screen, and so that's good. We run the stretch play here, and Braylon doing a nice job getting the edge and tight roping that sidelines and getting his second varsity touchdown, I believe, on the year right there. Then we run a stretch right here. Vic Griffin with a couple of really nice cuts. Vic averaged about 13 yards a carry the other night. So good to see him healthy and coming on. And then right there, getting some great blocks down the field. I see Dalton Perry down doing some work, and Caleb Parker and some of those guys blocking for Vic down there down the stretch. And then we run the stretch back the other way. Kobe Williams, they're doing a nice job blocking down the field. And I think that's Dixon Stacy in there getting a little blocking action going on as well. And then Tyler Long, senior running back right here on the stretch play, an excellent carry. And then we come back with a quarterback lead. Tyler picks up a good block. He's picking up a great block in the end zone there by Grant Dishman, junior wide receiver, picking up a block, getting a lot of playing time. And that takes us into the final score of 64-0, so not a lot of possessions. And let's go ahead and take a look at stats here, Mark. So as I mentioned, the final score, 64-0. We had 22 first downs to Putnam City's 5. Total offense, 452 yards to 66. Passing, we had 194 yards on the evening. Rushing, 258 to Putnam City's -5. And so anytime you can hold them to a negative rushing, that's a good thing. We had 8 penalties for 70 yards. Got to trim that up a little bit. Putnam City had 3 for 20. They had 3 turnovers, and I was very pleased to see that we had 0. Passing, Mason Williams was 9 of 12 for 193 yards. Rushing, Vic Griffin was their leading rusher, had 6 carries for 80 yards. Braden Roller had 7 carries for 70 yards, and then Braylon Presley 3 for 62. Receiving, Cade Cavender had 2 big receptions for 74 yards. Brennan Presley 2 for 39. Braylon Presley had 3 for 31. Clayton Barber 1 for 29. Leading tackler on the evening was Brody Sarton. Noah West back in the mix with 5 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Ryan Kerr, 3 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. And Jordan Reagan, 2 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. So a great evening, Mark.
All right, and the stats are brought to you by Primo Mitsubishi. So moving on from Putnam City into district play, and the Sapulpa Chieftains on the road at Collins Stadium there in Sapulpa this next week. This is a team that is undefeated for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, and looking at them on film, they're playing with a lot of confidence, talking to their coaches, their community's confident. 3-0 start, very, very good. Coach Borgstad's done some really good things over there. He was defensive coordinator at Sand Springs, and I think is heading into his 3rd year there and has a couple new coordinators and is doing some really good things. And you can tell the stuff he's doing in the weight room, his coaching staff having a little bit of continuity is really paying off with his guys.
And we do know they have a big talented quarterback.
Yeah, Williams, his older brother, is at Louisville as a running back, and their quarterback, he's 6'5", 230, 240 pounds, runs really well, distributes the ball to some talented wide receivers, so we're definitely going to have our hands full.
All right, Spartans and the Chieftains this week, they're on the road in Sapulpa. All right, when we come back, we'll have, the guy that shot it right out of the cannon to start off the game, our player of the week, coming up next.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
It's time for our Now in Orthodontics Player of the Week, and it's junior corner and receiver Brennan Presley. Brennan, welcome to the show.
No, thanks for having me.
All right, buddy, let's talk about your big night, and it didn't take a whole lot of time like right out of the gate to get it started with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Tell me about it.
It was just regular return, wedge return, so straight up the middle, and the guys got the good blocks, and I saw the seam almost as soon as I caught the ball. You just had to hit the crease and go.
What's it like when you get out there and you realize you're taking it all the way? Or do you get that sense at any point?
At some point, every time you get the ball, you would like to think, hey, I can take this all the way back. But at some point, when you after you reach that threshold, it's a good feeling. The one feeling I try to get is just not get caught. And after I feel like I'm not going to get caught, then that's when I can take it all in and just celebrate with my teammates.
All right, so it's all a bonus after that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to get into the family thing here in a second because we have to touch on that. But let's talk about the other things you did well. You had an interception, big hit defensively. How much of a switch do you flip there? Not playing offense, but on defense, you got a little mean streak to you.
I try. Our whole secondary and defense core is just really good this year. I think we may have the best defensive backs, collectively, I think we've had in a long time. And so I just not have to do my part because I know the other guys will do theirs, so I just try to crank it up a little bit.
Tell me about playing with your little brother, and then you've got your older brother that's helping out with the coaching staff as well.
It's always good, working with your family and stuff like that. Having a little brother, just trying to make sure he doesn't mess up, because when he messes up, sometimes I feel like I mess up too. So just trying to keep him in check and everything. And my brother coaching is just better for him, just getting that experience and stuff, knowing how things work and everything.
That's awesome. Well, the future's bright, and we can get to that. You're only a junior, so we'll touch on that at another time. But who's faster, you or your little brother?
I'm taking that risk.
Okay, we might have to do that a little bit later. Hey, great season so far, and we look forward to more from you. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Brad Presley, that's our now Unorthodox Player of the Week. Helps out with the youth team of the week. In fact, the team he helps out with is coming up next. Bruce McClure will join us here on the Spartan Coaches Show.
Your home from the very start is on a very, very tight schedule. And what that ensures is that something's being done on your home every day. Quality is what our reputation is based on. It's the quality that people expect to get when they buy a home. It's the quality they expect to get when they're making the largest purchase of their life.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love in the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
It's time for our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week, and we head to 7th grade. 7th grade Red, Bruce McClure, the head coach of Red, here to join us. Bruce, welcome on the set.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Let's talk about your team. You start out sparkling 3-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've had a good team in the past and ever since 2nd grade. And, you know, this year we lost a few key players and gained a few key players back. So the season, you know, we didn't know where it was going to go, but luckily we've started off 3-0 and we got a long road ahead of us, but so far so good.
All right, well, let's talk about your offense. We'll get started there. Just tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we run multiple formations. We try to run it right up the middle, run some tosses, then spread them out and throw it a little bit. the three plays that we brought. The first one's a little flare from the tailback out in the flats, and Jackson Tobin makes some good players miss a lot, and he actually runs for a long touchdown off that flare pass. He's a strong, fast, good player, and it's his first year, so he's only going to get better with time. The next one is a little wheel route pass, so we overload the right side. We run a slot receiver across and run a wheel. Everybody runs a slant, and he runs it out wide. Our quarterback, Clay Peters, just put it up high and let Sam McCormick run underneath it, and he did a great job chasing it down for a touchdown. And then our last one, Clay Peters, just makes a great run, makes a lot of people miss, great spin move, and has the speed to finish.
All right, let's talk about defensively what you guys bring to the table. Defensively,
We run three-man front, and then when we need to change it up, we bring in 4 D linemen, and we try to run man in the background. The first play, they try to run a little toss on us, and our defense been no plug for my son, but it's Evan McClure. He makes a great tackle in the backfield for a loss. The second one, Garrett Vaughn's in coverage, and they're driving late in the game to try to score. He had dropped the interception earlier in the game. I told him he's going to get another chance to get one, make the next one count. He did. He goes up and just takes it away from the kid. And then the last one is Clay Peters coming off the end and just really laying a hit on the quarterback. So the defense did a strong job.
All right, solid both sides of the ball. You've had these guys since second grade. What's that ride been like as the coach? You're about to turn them over to the school now.
I know. You know, I'm getting soft in my old age, and I realize that this is our last year with them. We're trying to have fun. It's just been such a neat progression throughout the years to see these kids grow up. We've kept the core kids together throughout most of it, and you know, we've added a few kids, lost a few kids here and there, just like any team sport. It happens, but you know, it's a great group of kids. We've been to the finals last year. We lost by 2 points, and I think we've only lost 2 or 3 regular season games in that length of time. So we've been very fortunate to have a lot of really good kids on this team. And in this grade, the other 2 Bixby teams in 7th grade are really good as well.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. Best of luck to you the rest of the year. Bruce McClure, 7th grade Red, our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. And that'll do it for the show. Coming up next for the Spartans, it will be 7 o'clock in Sepulveda taking on the Chieftains. We'll see you next week.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods. Put some Midwest best on you. Roush Coleman Homes. Improving quality of life, one home at a time. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.